Can you all see my screen, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, today you guys don't seem cheerful at all. What's going on? You're tired, eh? Someone should grace our presence by reading the question on the screen for us.
A trotro traveling from Accra to Nungwa charges 6 cedis for adults, 4 cedis for students, and 2 cedis for children. Write a program that asks the mat how many, mate, how many adults, students, and children boarded the trotro during one trip. Then display the total fare collected.
Mm, 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 mm. Who doesn't understand the question which is on the screen? If you don't understand the question on the screen, let me know now. We all understand. Okay, that's great. So I'm creating my folder that I'll be putting my work in. My folder is going to be called questions. And then inside my folder called questions, I'm going to start writing my code in it. Now, I'll click here. I don't need this. I'll click here. I'll create my main.cpp. This is my main file. So this is my main.cpp file. In here, I need to create my environment that I'll be working inside. All right. So I need to specify the environment that my code would be working inside. My code will be working in hashtag include my stream. And I'm going to be using the namespace that is standard. Int main. And I'm going to return 0. So this is my initial structure. And my code is supposed to be inside my initial structure, right? So what am I going to put in my initial structure? Now, first thing is I need to think of my problem in a systematic way. I need to break my solution down into my variables. That is the spaces which will be holding my data, my inputs, my processes, my output. Every question, every scenario, every problem, I need to think of it in terms of these 4 things. What are my variables? By the way, what I've done on the screen is called a comment. So this is a single line comment. So anytime I bring 2 slashes in front of what I am doing, I am creating a single line comment. What am I doing here? In here, I'm going to ask myself, What information do I have to save? Stop. Anytime I want to save information, I want to put it here. Later on, when we grow, we can start putting in different combinations and stuff. But for now, we want to layer our thoughts. And I'm going to think through this problem. And whilst I'm doing it, you can see me do it so that you can learn how I am doing it. What am I doing? I'm going to say, give me a double and call it adult underscore fair. And it should be equal to 6.0. Where am I getting adult fare is equal to 6.0 from? From the question. It says a trotro traveling from Accra to Nungua charges 6 cedis for adults. Double student underscore fare. And in here, we are saying the student fare is also 4.0. Double child underscore fare. And we are saying that the child fare is 2.0. Where am I getting these from? We are saying that the student is charged 4 cedis, and if you're a child, you are charged 2 cedis. This information here, I have to transition it into code. It is a sentence here. The same sentence can be read as this. Adult fare is 6 cedis, student fare is 4 cedis, distant fare is 2 cedis. I've created an address, and I'm saying that at this address, go and put there what? 6 cedis. That means every time in which I want the adult fare is going to be 6 cedis. Why are they double? Because money is seen as decimals. 5 CD 50 pesos is 5.50. So if I save this as an integer, it means I'm throwing away the pesos. So I will save it as a word double because that thing is money. Now, over here, there is something I'm going to do here. And I'm going to say this thing should be seen as a constant. So for each of them, I'm going to put the word constant over here. What does this mean? It means that for the entire lifespan of my program, I can't go anywhere and say adult fare is equal to 9. If I do this, you can see that the computer has underlined it for me. And it is telling me expression must be a modifiable L value. So I can't change the value of this for the entire lifespan of my program. The fare of the adult will never change. The fare of the student will never change. The fare of the child will never change. So I will tell the computer that these things here, they will never change in the lifespan of my program. Why will I do this? Because if the computer knows that these things will never change, it doesn't have to worry about them. Hence, it will load it into memory. And if it is loaded into memory, getting access to it will be quicker. Hence, my program will run quicker. The program wants us to do something. What does it want us to do? Display the total fare collection. That's all this program wants me to do. How do I get to know the total fare that has been collected? You see, if I don't know what this wants me to do, getting to it is very difficult. Everything in which I am doing is getting to display the total fee collected. That is my job. So, how do I get to my job? I would need to know how many or how many adults boarded the throttle. So I'll create a variable and call it adults. I'll create another one and call it students. I'll create another one and call it children. Why am I creating these things? I'm creating them because the number of adults who have boarded, the number of students who have boarded, the number of children who have boarded, I need to know who they are so that I can use that to calculate and get the total fare collected. Now I can move to inputs. Inputs means that what information do I need to get to my solution that I don't have? One thing in which you have to be a very good programmer is you have to be decisive. The question here, it says adults are taking 6 CD, students are taking 4 CD, children are taking 2 CD. Do I know how many adults boarded the car? No. Do I know how many students boarded the car? No. Do I know how many children boarded the car? No. But I have to calculate and know the total fee that has been collected. How will I know the total fee that has been collected? I require the number of adults, the number of students, the number of children. I need to know how much they are. And since I don't have it, it means that I need to ask for that information from the user. Whoever the user is, he needs to provide that piece of information. So I'll ask the user, how do I ask? You see, if I need a pen from you and I come to you and I tell you pen, or I just come and stand in front of you and I stretch out my arm to you, you may think I'm mad. Why have I stretched out my arm to you? What do I want? Brethren, what do I want? You see, when we say ask in programming, we are doing two things. Or when we say input, or when we say go from the user, or when we say get, ask, get, receive, all of those words, we are telling you to do two things. We are telling you that number one, go and ask the user. So here I'm asking the user. And to ask the user, I must invoke see out, which is display. So I'm telling the person that display, what am I supposed to display? And that is what I want to display is what I'm putting in the double quote. So I'm displaying enter number of adults who boarded. Simple enough. After I'm done, I'll bring my semicolon. If I ask you for this, you will enter it. So when you enter it, where will I put it? And that is where C in comes in. Because C in goes and takes information from the user. So when you take the information from the user, go and put it in the variable that I am calling adults. Again, we are going to display on the screen. So anytime I want to display something on the screen, I'll type C out. What do I want to display on my screen? I want to display enter number of students who boarded. After I do this, I need to collect that information. And I said that that information, I'll put it in a location called Students, I need to ask again. So see out. Enter the number of children who boarded. Then I need to collect that information. So in collecting that information, I would say C in children. If I go and click my run button, so I come over here, I click my run code button. My code runs. So here you can see my code is running, right? On the screen, you see enter the number of children who boarded, semicolon, space. Watch what I did here. I said enter space, number space, of space, adults space, who space, boarded, semicolon, space. Why did I bring space here? Because if I didn't bring space here, so I'm going to terminate my entire program, right? Just terminate my entire program and then run it again. So I'm running it again. So let me clear screen, run my program again by clicking the run button. And here, oh, sorry, let me save it. Let me clear the screen again. And then let me run it again. So I run. You would see enter number of adults who boarded. If I put 12 here, you can see that the 12 in which I've put here is very, very close to the semicolon. There is no space there because I told the computer not to leave a space there. If I leave a space over here, I save, I run everything again, right? So I'll clear the screen again, and then I run everything again. You see that on my screen, sorry, on my screen, I have enter number of adults who boarded. And if I put 12 over here, you see that there is a space here. So it makes my thing look good. You are in control of everything. Whenever someone tells me computers are so good and they are so smart, I marvel because someone had to sit down and think of every single action. Even if you think AI is doing things on its own, all of its pathways and actions have been predefined and thought of. You are in control. You are the developer. You are the master. That means everything in which I put in this code here, I am telling the computer, display this. If I make a spelling mistake, it will display it. Because everything in the double quote is me who is displaying it. So if I put 12 here and I press enter, the moment I press 12 and enter, it means that the 12 I've entered will go into adults. Then the next thing will show. So you can see that enter the number of adults who boarded. I'll say the number of children who students who boarded is 40. When I press enter, the 40 goes into students and the next thing shows. Enter the number of children. The number of children were 20. When I press enter again, the program stops. Why does the program stop? Because it ends here. I haven't told it to do anything else, so it ends here. Gentlemen, we are in total control over everything in which we do. Writing of code is understanding the question, understanding what each line means, understanding the tools, see in, see out. What do they mean? How do I use them to my advantage? Now, the next step after me collecting all the information is to process the information, is to make meaning out of the information I've collected. So I'm going to create another variable. I'm going to call my variable total fare, because that will hold all the fare in which I've collected or all the money in which I have collected. And this should be equal to, into brackets, the adult number times the adult fare plus the student number times the student fare. Plus the child number times the child fare. Every statement ends with a semicolon. So now that I have known the process, I can display my answer. And to display something, we need what? See out. So I'll just tell the computer, go and display to the user. And what do I want it to display to the user? What do I want to display to the user? Into double quotes. Now I'll say slash n slash n. Slash n means new line. So here it means give me 2 new lines. Then right there, total fare collected, double quote, GHC, GHC, space, and then I'll do this again. So the computer will display line, total fare collected on a new line, colon, GHC space, and then I'll tell the computer total fare. So here I'm telling the computer, go and take this and display the content of it. And when you are done, move to a new line. So I can either use slash n or I can use NL to go to a new line. It is not N1, it is NL. So I'll run my program again. Let me clear the screen. And then I'll run my program again. Oh, 1 second. Uh-huh. Now, enter the number of adults who boarded. Oh, Charlie, 40 adults boarded. How many students boarded? Oh, 50 students boarded. How many children boarded? Oh, only 20 students who boarded. When I press enter, the computer will move from line 18 to line 20, calculate the fare, then come to line 24. I'll have 2 new lines, and on the second new line, I have total fee collected, Ghana HC, then I'll have the amount showing there. So here when I press enter, I have 2 new lines, so you can see 1, 2. On the next line, total fee collected, GHC is 480. This is the total fee. Because here I'm saying display total fee collected, and then in display the content. You see, the moment this is written, the variable's content will be displayed. Remember, this variable here, that is total fare, is to collect the information the student has calculated. With that, we have our answer showing over here, and our program is done. Ladies and gentlemen, are there any questions with this question? Alexander, Bernard, Philip, Raymond, Sadat, are we there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, we are here.
Any questions?
No, sir, it's going great.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So, in the question, you can see the number of the people attending the bus was not given. So, are you going to give your own number of people or to be given in the question?
Raymond,
Sir.
have you been following since I started?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I said that if in the question details have not been given to you, what do you do?
Hello, sir.
Yes, I said, what did I say that if you are given a question and the details are not given, what do you do?
You ask.
Ta-da, you ask. Perfect. So you can see me asking the user and receiving the information the user have asked. Can you see me do that?
Yes.
So the number of people were not given. That doesn't mean we need to panic. For example, if you are going to take money from your Momo, does MTN know how much money you want to take?
No.
So what did they do?
They ask.
They ask. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
Mm.
Okay.
Let's have another one and see if we'll survive. Another good person should read for us. Anybody touched by the Lord.
Sir, a water tanker operator charges 350 per trip within Accra and 500 cedis per trip outside Accra. Fuel cost 90 cedis per trip within Accra and 160 per trip outside Accra. The driver is paid 10% of gross revenue. Write a program that asks how many trips were made within and outside Accra this week. Then displays the gross revenue, total fuel cost, driver's commission, and the operator's net profit.
Wow, wow. This is a very long question. Another person who's also touched by the Lord should read it for us so that you will have a proper understanding of the question. Let us understand this immediately. If the exam in real life, whatever, you don't understand the question, you are failed. Because if you don't understand the question, how can you build a program for the person? So understanding the question is very important. And understanding the breakdown of the question is very important. Very, very. Because if you don't understand these two things, how can you write the code that will solve the problem for the user? So another person should read it for us. Anybody. I don't want to be calling you people by name one by one and forcing you. Let's be proactive. Another person should read this for us.
A water tanker operator charges 350 Ghana cedis per trip within Accra and 500 cedis per trip outside Accra. Fuel costs 90 cedis per trip within Accra and 160 cedis per trip outside Accra. Outside, the driver is paid 10% of gross revenue. Write a program that asks how many trips were made within and outside Accra this week. Then display the gross revenue, total fuel costs, driver's commission, and the operator's net profits.
Wow. Perfect read again. Let's start asking some questions. Raymond, what do they want us to do?
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 119. 120
What do they want us to do? Raymond is not by his computer, so we will deduct 2 marks from Raymond and continue. Sadat, what do they want us to do? Sadat is also not by his computer, so we'll deduct 2 marks from Sadat and continue. Philip, what do they want us to do?
Sir, okay, sir. So they want us to calculate for the. So they want us to calculate for the total fuel cost, driver's commission, and the operator's net profit.
Okay. That means that whatever answer we have, it has to have the gross salary, the total fuel cost, the driver's commission, and the operator's net profit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mhm. So that's what they want us to find. That means at the end of the day, we are supposed to have the gross revenue, or let me just see the gross, the total fuel cost, the commission, and then the operators profit. All right. How do we get that information? Bernard, hey,
Yes, sir.
how do we get that information?
Is by arranging the thing on.
By arranging the salary.
No, not that one, sir.
They'll have.
So we by doing mathematical operations and
Practical operations are we going to do? That is the question. No idea for now. Hmm? No idea for now, Bernard. Interested. Alexander, any idea? Alexander, any idea?
So no idea for now.
Hey, I see. Interesting. No idea, pa. Okay, let me solve it from here, and we shall see. Okay, so remember, when we start a new project, we want to include IO stream. And we'll be using the main method for code. We'll return zero. Now, they have told us the beginning charges. They said that if I'm going to save it as a constant because it will never change, double, and I'm going to say that the charge underscore within is equal to 350. Constant double, the charge underscore outside Accra is equal to 500. Constant double, the fuel underscore within Accra is equal to 90 Ghana. Constant double, the fuel underscore outside Accra is equal to 160. Good.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, please, which namespace are you using?
Which name? Oh, yes. I have to add
Namespace.
using namespace. Yes.
Yeah.
Using namespace STD. Thank you very much. And then here I have double. There's going to be commission underscore rate, which is equal to 0.10, which is 10%, right? So 0.10 is me writing 10%. All right, perfect. So here are all the initial information they gave. Now, I need to know how many trips they went in within Accra and the trips outside of Accra. Why? Let me make this capital O so that readability becomes very, very high. Wonderful. In here, I need to ask a question. Remember, if I need to ask, there are two ways to do it. So I have to ask and receive. So see out, enter number of trips made within Accra. See in trips within Accra. See out number of trips outside Accra. And here it is number of trips outside. Wonderful. Just align all my things because I don't like it when they are not well aligned. Perfect. So let me come in here. And then this is what I have. So I've asked all my information. I've gotten how many trips you made within Accra, how many trips you made outside Accra. Now I can calculate my things. First one, double gross revenue is equal to is equal to, into brackets, the trips within Accra times the charge within Accra plus the trips outside of Accra times the charge outside of Accra. This will give me my total revenue. If Accra, I went for trips 10 times, 10 times times the amount to give me the money I made. That's all in which they need. Double total revenue. Oh, sorry, we have done total revenue already. So total fuel cost should be equal to the number of trips within Accra times the fuel within Accra plus the number of trips. By the way, I am bringing the thing on another line because if I do it like this, you can't see. C++ will put everything together. It doesn't care about the space. That's why this works. But when you are doing it, this here is supposed to come over here so that everything is in one line. But if I do it like this, as I said, you can't see. That's why I'm doing it like this so that you can see. When here I have trips outside times the fuel outside of Accra. That'll give me the total fuel. Double total driver's commission is equal to the gross revenue times the commission rate, which is 10%. Therefore, the cost, I'm coming to see therefore, double the net profit is equal to the gross revenue minus the total fuel minus the driver's commission. Now tell me how much money as a business I am making. So now I can say C out this, and here I'll say give me a new line, and in the new line do ... write weekly summary, and then I'll do another ... and then I'll tell the computer to move to a new line. Remember, it is not N1, it is NL. And then here I can just say C out gross revenue and my gross revenue in GHC is gross revenue and L. Also, C out. And what am I C outing? My total fuel cost. And my total fuel cost in Ghana cedi is going to be total fuel cost. Remember, Over here, we are displaying the content of the variable and not the variable name itself. So whatever that is saved in total cost is what will be saved there. My driver's commission will be driver commission and L. Now I can tell the person the net profit. So I can just say see out. Then here I'll do a line so that I'll bring NL here. So that here I can just say see out total, oh, let me go straight to the point, net profit. And then in here I can put in the net profit. And L. The net profit is also in GHC. The S here, let me do it small. The S here, let me do it small. Also, let me give a gap over here. Let me do this. Let me bring this here. Oh, sorry. Let me bring this here. Here, let me give a gap. Here too, let me give a gap. Over here too, let me give a gap. And then here too, let me give a gap so that everything starts on the same line. Now, let me run this. Run. No errors whatsoever. Or better still, let me close this and start again. Run again. No errors. How many trips were made within Accra? Oh, this month was good. We made 30 trips within Accra and 25 trips outside of Accra. So our gross is what? 23,000. Total fuel was 6,700. The driver's commission was 2,300. Hence, the profit we made was 14,000. How to break questions down, how to think of it, layer it, think of it line by line. What comes on this line? What doesn't come on this line? How does this thing done? How is this thing not done? Layering your thoughts. Any questions? Any questions, please? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so for the rest of the class, I'm going to put some questions in your class group. You are to solve them between the rest of the time we have, and then you are to send me the answer via WhatsApp. So whatever solution you do, you would send me the answer, and you will record yourself explaining line by line what is there. So I've sent you the first question on your WhatsApp, and then I've also put the second question on your WhatsApp. The marks for today have been correlated. Alexander got 2 for reading. Kingsley got 2 for reading. Raymond got -2. Sadat got -2. And Philip got 2. So those are the marks shared today. Hope you can see my screen and the marks here. So I will be recording these marks in my
So are we going to write the same program there, or you will give us different questions?
It is the same question.
Okay.
And if your answers will never be the same.
Hey.
It's
Okay.
true. If the flood that happened there, I'm asking the flood that happened, right? We all saw the flood happen, right?
Yes.
So if I tell you to write an essay about the flood, and I tell myself to also write an essay about the flood, would the essay be the same?
No.
That's the same way programming is. The answer will be the same, but how you get to your answer is different from how someone else will get to their answer. So the probability of you doing your work in your room alone, submitting it, and someone also submitting the same work is 0. That means that if I get the same work twice, it's copied work. And for wasting my time, I'll deduct 5 and mark it over the number of people who copied.
Ish.
So if you have dreams or hopes of doing it for someone, stop. Because let's be honest, I can or I am, unfortunately or unfortunately for you, fortunately or unfortunately for you, your teacher can code. So it takes me seconds to know if you are copying, if you are right, if you are this, faster than you will do your own. At the moment, I am writing code for 3 different applications. So you see application 1, application 2, they are all showing here. So 1, 2, 3. These are all 3 applications. This is the C++ we are doing right now. The moment this call ends, I'm going to continue the 3 applications in which I'm building. So unlike you, I can code. I care more if you do it yourself and get it wrong than you doing the work and copying. That will piss me off. So your answer to your question, which is a very valid question, there is no way 2 of you will do work in your room and your answers will be the same. So listen carefully. You have to submit your work via WhatsApp. Say, this is my work. Submit the code, just like how I pasted the code in the group. That's all I want. After that, do a voice recording of you explaining your own code line by line. If the voice recording doesn't come, you have 0.
Hey.
So
Does you
Sir,
have
as you can see very carefully, I am recording marks every time someone reads, every time someone answers a question. When I call you and you don't respond, I deduct 2. I don't joke around with marks. You will learn that very quickly that I will laugh, I will smile, I will make all the jokes in the world with you. But when it comes to your marks, if you have 2, I'll put 2 there. Do not play. Do not play. Thank you. Any questions?
So,
Yes.
the first time we met, you said you send us a video and a link to be able to install.
This one, forgive me. I've been very, very preoccupied. I'll do that right now. The notes is ready for you. The notes, I have it here. So let me drop them in the group for you right now. Right now. I'm dropping the notes. And then the video to install too. So you haven't installed all of this? Wow.
no sir,
No,
no
sir.
sir.
Hey, someone came here and I said that, yeah,
Sir, because of that, you need to do something for us. You need to lower the market.
That's why you cannot even talk because you have to do some practicals on it. That's why.
You have to do what practicals or what? So all of this while
we need to install the app then, so we can do something on it and.
that excuse doesn't fly. So all this while you couldn't go on YouTube and say, "Well, how do I install C++ on VS Code and install?" You couldn't do that.
Yeah, we were doing it, but the understanding wasn't coming.
How to install?
Yes, please, some of us, we are new to laptops. That's
my
why.
friend. All of us are new to check. So I didn't know what, like, when I hear someone say we are new to something, the way they bore me, because if I put 10,000 down right now and I told you to go and carry a block of cement to the 5th floor, we have never done that before, but you will do and collect the money. You will do. You will learn how to do. Don't say that thing. We are new to what? Or say we are new.
So we beg you.
I will give you till Wednesday to do the 2 questions and send the recording and everything. So you don't have to do it today. You have till Wednesday. So Wednesday evening, 12 o'clock, you should have written the code and done everything. That means that you have from today and tomorrow to install the software, get it set up, and then you have till Wednesday to make sure it is done. Are we clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But for next week, yeah, unya mi say biom, and then we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for coming. The classes we do, the videos are recorded. The ICD send it to you, right?
Yeah, they
Yes, sir.
sometimes send the link.
They send a link.
They send you the link to the videos, right?
Yes.
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 All right, sure. All right. See you next week, God willing. Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Okay, so we end. God willing tomorrow. Bye bye.
Hey.